Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
So another Halloween is in the books, and once again, our favorite Boglum himself, our favorite wizard, comes down from his tower to bestow on us some wisdom. Now, it's a little bit upsetting that Josh is essentially banned from every establishment in Casper because we just get some drinking in side streams, we get some putting on the Phantom costume, we get some karaoke. He basically does everything he would do in a bar, but instead he has to do it at home because he knows that if he starts to stream, the trolls are going to find out where he is. He's going to get kicked out. It's going to be a whole thing. He's going to have to say, hey man, I'm autistic, leave me alone. Once again, one of the greatest Josh Saunders moments. And it's kind of sad. You know, it's we're seeing the decay of the man right in front of us. His most amped up time of year. This plus Ozzy Osbourne's birthday. And he's just going to be sad and pathetic. It's not great, dude. He's trying to figure it out. Either way, I first want to say before I start this video that I'm very appreciative for the support on the Cyrax Anthology video. There's some things I'll work out in the kinks as time goes along, but it means a lot that a lot of you enjoyed it, and there will be more to come. But in the meantime, we got some bog stuff to figure out. All right, he's gonna lay down the law. He's gonna tell us and show us how to really get boogie with Halloween.
I said a little to my apple wine left for Halloween, of course. This one I made with the turbo yeast. The Mott's apple mead that I made turned out really good. With the caramel and the cinnamon, the sugar and the honey, I would absolutely remake this Mott's mead just like I made it.
First off, he didn't say not sponsored by Mott's, so that's a big red flag because I immediately assume he is sponsored by the apple juice and juice conglomerate, and let me just say, I don't think they would enjoy you disrespecting their brand by putting disgusting, unmixed, non-fermented alcohol into your chalice to chug down. And it's also not a good look that Josh looks really bad. He looks really, really bad. I don't know what it is, and like, yes, I understand when I go back and watch some old videos of Josh and I'm like, man, he looks so young and full of life. Like, if you watch his Wendy's series, if you watch his first girlfriend, if you watch Job Corps, all that stuff, he just looks like a guy who, yeah, he's not doing great, but he's trying to figure it out, and I'm all for it. And instead we have a balding, homeless Vietnam vet man sitting in his chair pouring gross concocted mead into his skull chalice. This is the life that we're living, YouTube. And I know he'll get into it, he'll rant about the trolls in a little bit, so I won't spoil it too much, but he thinks I'm pathetic and a loser for calling this out. How dare I garner entertainment from the man who just refuses to ever leave his apartment? How dare I? I'll just stop, I guess. I just won't do it anymore. I'm sorry, Mr. King Cobra. Please do another magic trick for me, please. Just a little one. You know, watch this bank account turn inside out into the negative. You know, something like that. I don't know. Give me something.
Not really doing a whole lot this Halloween. Just kind of sitting at home, having a couple drinks, chilling out. I don't feel like getting drunk, to be honest. But a couple of drinks wouldn't hurt. It's Halloween.
I always love how he is able to muster up some reason as to why he can drink. And, I mean, my favorite one is definitely, well, it's 5 o'clock, YouTube, it's time to drink. And it's like, Josh, you're an unemployed man who sits in his apartment all day. All you do is drink. You drink, you respond to trolls all day, you don't take a shower, when's the last time we saw Puff on camera? Where's Puff? Take care of Puff, my man. And it feels a little deflating. You know, I need him to amp up the energy. You know, we need to get somebody to DoorDash him some rocks. Is it possible for you to DoorDash or Uber Eats like an aquarium store? You know, we all remember, you know, everybody here is as regarded as I am. We loved those bins of just shiny rocks. You know, you get them in a little pouch. Somebody send him like 50 packs of those. Let's see him get wild. He'll find a new obsession because the mead timeline, it's wearing thin. He's gonna show something that's absolutely gross here in a second, but for the most part, these weird concoctions are just making me think, man, it's not as funny as it was the first time because you know he's actually drinking all that.
It looks kind of funky too. Look at that. I have another mead I'm making, that jalapeno monster mead. I want to filter that, all the fruit and peppers and all the vegetable out of it, like 4 days from now. And some yeast, and some sugar, and some honey. Here's what that looks like. Funky.
That literally looks like he went down to the swamp, dunked his bottle in there, and said, "Yep, there's my new mead, YouTube. Let's pour some honey and put some super yeast, some turbo yeast in there." It literally looks like he has half a rattlesnake in there, some mud deposits. He's clearly got clay in there. He's got some sand sinking to the bottom. He's got some crawdaddy, some crawfish in there. You can't convince me that this is anything edible. Otherwise, I'm just going to assume he jumped down in the sewer for a little bit, you know, started, ooh, let me get some little treats for my boggling mind. Because we all know he can't taste anything. He has no culinary expertise in any regard. And here he is, just mixing it all together. Monster and jalapenos, just gonna tear right through your intestines, gonna make you bleed. One sip of that, your asshole explodes into blood. Is that what I'm supposed to be looking forward to too?
Oh, and YouTube, you need to take better care of your creators. When people are actually abusing the YouTube community guidelines and you use the flagging system to police YouTube, I get it. But people will take advantage of that and use it to bully me, and I'm sick of it. And I got my YouTube back, and I totally did do ban evasion on the Josh Saunders channel. That's because my fans are craving content. And YouTube didn't give a shit. You know, I didn't give a shit about me doing ban evasion because people who watch my YouTube videos on the inside are going, hey, you know what? People go out of their way to bully Cobra. He just does his thing and doesn't let it get to him.
The reason YouTube doesn't care is because you're irrelevant, Josh. You're as irrelevant as I am in this YouTube sphere. If it wasn't for Boglum Chronicles or Snort Burnell or the litany of other clip channels that cover you, you just wouldn't have the audience. You just really wouldn't. I mean, you can go to your channel. I know you got like 60k subs. You're on the move up, but for the most part, most of your videos just don't really garner anything. You're not really pulling it in, tubes. You really aren't. But it's also not a good look for you to openly admit, hey YouTube, yeah, it's your boy. I'm clearly violating your guidelines. I'm just completely ban evading. I'm just doing whatever I want. And at the same time, I'm like, who really cares? Because who cares? But you got Only Use Me Blade over here doing it. You got Josh doing it. I mean, the locals are loose. They're just able to do whatever they want on the platform. Get banned, come back, who cares? New money. Figure it out, YouTube. Figure it out. Can't be letting these cows roam free. We gotta pasteurize them. They're too dangerous to be left alone.
The airlocks are a lot easier than using a balloon and ponytail holder, I will say that. But you can use a balloon and a ponytail holder as an airlock like I have been doing. It'll get you by in a pinch if you ain't got an actual airlock. Man, I got the hairline of a sleazy porno director. That's just ridiculous. Can you say Trevor Phillips' hairline? Oh, jeez. Cobra, if your hairline were a internet game, it'd be Baldy's Basics. Okay, class, today I'm Baldy's Basics. I've accepted that I'm bald. And there's nothing I can do about it until I win the lottery and get hair plugs.
I've never seen a more confusing hairdo in my entire life. If I'm being completely honest, I would have more respect for Josh if he can do one of two things: either clean up the crown of his head and just shave like a circle in it, so like the center part of his scalp is just completely shaven, or just shave it all off, because it looks ridiculous having. It looks like hair plugs that they just didn't orchestrate to put in the entire head. They're like, you got what? You got $50? Yeah, I can hook you up with $50. Here's like 6 strands of hair. They're just gonna dangle off the side of your head. Sorry, we can't do the rest. You ain't got the funds. That's what it looks like. And he's coming to terms with it. I think he's been talking about it for a while, but that's why he hides under his cowboy hat. That's why he puts on the cloak. He's like Batman, you gotta hide. Put your insecurities in the background. That way the trolls like me can't viciously lambast you and jump on you and say, Lieutenant Dan, it really didn't turn out too well for you, huh? You want some ice cream? Lieutenant Dan?
I cannot control what these assholes do. All I can do is control how I react to it. And that is the truth. When your trolls see you get mad and upset and lose your shit, they think, oh, this is fucking funny. That's just how bullying works. People do whatever they can to piss you off because it gets a reaction. You gotta think, how fucking miserable are my YouTube trolls? The time and effort they put into trolling me, they could have a successful YouTube channel. But that takes work, and they can't handle being bullied, so it's just easier to bully someone else. You gotta think, how fucking miserable are my YouTube trolls right now? Sitting here, waiting for me to go live at a bar somewhere, so they can, call the bar and get me kicked out. It's like, dude, how would you feel?
Well, Josh, I don't live stream my entire life to the internet. I don't take you guys in public. I stay behind the screen. I'm like Dream, without the faking of the Minecraft speedruns. The fact of the matter is, your only real interaction every single day is the trolls. The trolls didn't exist. Think how, you already live a mostly sad life, but without the trolls, it'd be really depressing. You'd have no human interaction at all. If you were just some middling YouTube channel that, I don't know, got 30 views of videos, something like that, it would be really sad. It would be, because you're 30-something years old, you're just sort of wasting your life away, you have no real aspirations, you have no real desires. You have things you like to do, but that's what any other degenerate loser who sits around all day and doesn't, fulfill any purpose in their life does. And the crazy part is, I feel like if you personally put effort into your YouTube channel, you can make something good. You can make something interesting. If you learn how to edit, if you learn how to film, if you learned how to not just make grotesque things all the time and not be like a weird pervert most of the time, then yeah, you could probably formulate something. Because, look at my channel. I'm consistent. I think my personality comes through pretty well in the videos, and people enjoy that. But for the most part, the hardest part of me making videos is being able to sit down and cut up all the content that I want to, and then talk about it. That's the formulation of my videos. It's nothing crazy, it's nothing too exotic, but it appeals to people. And that's what you're missing. You have to find something that appeals to people, because you're just regurgitating the same thing over and over and over again. That's why, even though your favorite son video got some hate, I think content like that is intriguing. Find some pals, go around town, go to the CBD shop, I don't know, figure something out. But it can't just be you drinking and sitting in your room all day. Not a good look.
Halloween parties can be fun, but like, you trying to hook up with one of them Halloween skanks, fucking, she says no, move on to the next one. And if they all say no, fucking go home and beat off. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. There's this wonderful website, YouTube. It's called Chatterbait. It is a single person's best friend. When you want to see chicks that are like 10,000 times out of your fucking league, stupid hot, getting naked on camera, like,
I'm gonna get a little tiny baby a bit serious here. I think Josh is sort of the caricature of what's wrong with a lot of younger men in society today, where it's like they have unlimited access to getting dopamine pleasure how they choose, and so they constantly just defer to that. I'm just gonna go beat off to some airsoft fatty pizza cooking videos, and it's like there's so much more to life than just doing that, for real. The exhilarating experience of stepping outside your boundaries, talking to somebody, getting rejected, all that stuff is good for you. It's really good for you. What's not good for you is being Josh, because I know it's a gag, it's a meme. He talks about women all the time and doesn't get women. You don't go after a fish to figure out how the fisherman is working, right? And it's mostly because Josh refuses to step outside of his comfort zone, and in turn, it results in him never getting ladies. Never, ever, ever. And yes, he can't pick up on social cues. There's plenty of reasons why he can't get a lady. But the first step is to truly be yourself and step out of your comfort zone. Those two things will help people attract to you. Not even just, romantic attractions. You can get friendships that way. Sitting inside and sticking to what you know is like the biggest plague that happens to so many people. So many people are so terminally online, constantly looking at stuff online. I know it's ironic coming from somebody like me, but it's like I partition 4 hours a day, every single day, to do stuff like this because I really enjoy it. I really like interacting with people like you. I like looking at locale content. I like all that stuff. But it doesn't consume me. It's not like I need to quit my job so I can sit and watch locale content nonstop, 24/7. Keep it pumping. Let's see what the next Cyrax, metal album looks like. We'll see that in 20 years. But that's me getting off my soapbox. It's like, I'm sure all of you already know this, but if you want to experience greatness in life, and I'm not saying you become greatness, I'm talking about the great things that life has to offer, then step out of your comfort zone. You like collecting something, go to an event and meet people, talk to people. It's going to be uncomfortable, it's going to be awkward, but trust me, in the long run, you'll look back and say, damn, I'm really glad I did that. I'm really excited that I was able to share this with somebody and really look at the bright side of life, because so much stuff sucks all the time, and if you stay inside and stick to what's comfortable, it's going to suck forever. That's enough for me. Enough rambling. Either way, I'm going to leave you with the Phantom dancing. He's getting jiggy with it. He's Will Smithing it up in here. Hope you guys had a good Halloween. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.